Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. How's everyone doing today? Market's getting pretty interesting, guys. Dare I even say it's getting spicy? Oh, I dare. I just said it. Smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for joining me. I'm currently experiencing an immense amount of pain. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing today? Happy Monday. Let's get into some charts. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be a relaxed stream today because I think my fiance is not gonna like this. But I think I'm ready for bed. I'm so ready for bed that the light's not even on. Alright. Oh my gosh. What's going on, guys? Bitcoin currently trading at 107, 168, and 34 cents. Looking good. Let's first thing refresh our liquidation heat map. Oh. I'm so tired right now that I'm just surrounded myself with beverages. I have currently in front of me a chai latte, a branch chain amino acid workout supplement, and a copper mug with ice balls and cherry Pepsi inside, which might be the gayest thing I've ever drank in my life. That was completely unintended. We didn't have any regular Pepsi though, or regular ice cubes, so it is what it is. You do what you got to do with what you have. 106, 675. And then below the very bottom part of that, we got, let's go right here, 105, 910. And then up top, 108, 051. And let's go right here. Well, I guess let's go right here to make more sense with the other side. 108, 969. Okay. Mortify said, a real man would end show and please fiance. Well, she's in the bathroom right now. So we're not into that. Waterfly. Let's see. What if I just cut the stream off? It's so funny. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, tired, same, watching from London. I don't know how money does it. That's awesome though. Cheers in London. Cheers to London. Very cool. How is it there? I would like to go there. A lot of people say not to, but I don't really care what other people say. That if there's one thing that I've learned, it's don't trust the opinion of the masses because they're usually wrong. Anytime there's like movie reviews going on for a new movie that came out or whatever, I go and see it myself. I don't care about the reviews. It's really funny when people are like, oh my gosh, it was so bad. And you can tell that they're bandwagoning. And then you go see the movie and you're like, this was actually a good movie. Like you get one or two like influential people saying that the movie was bad. And then every single critic out there is like, it was such a bad movie. It's not a bad movie. Beautiful weather, packed with tourists. Really? Chewy said nothing is signaling a breakout, bro. Let's be real. Actually, they are. Seoul actually broke out. We had a descending channel. sold, broke out, retested, confirmed, and it just rejected off of our previous upper trend line from our previous trend. Giovanni Fontes said, JJ, what's up? What's going on, Giovanni? Happy Monday. So we got a breakout on Sol. ETH is not breaking out quite yet. ETH seems to be struggling perhaps right at that lower trend line of the ascending channel. So if ETH breaks that, then that's cool. But until then, it's a waiting game for ETH specifically. Total 3. Total 3 looked good for a minute. And then it just kind of, I don't know, this specific 4-hour candle is slightly concerning. I would not mind a little reset. We got this nice bounce down here. We got like a confirmation right here. And then we got a little excited. So maybe a little more sideways, reset that RSI, and then give it another go. I don't know. The fractal is definitely in shambles right now. The fractal is not cooperating. It's definitely manipulation and not... The fractal is never wrong, so the fact that it's wrong right now means that somebody somewhere is manipulating it so that I'm not right all the time. Which I'm okay with, because I'm the most humble human in existence. ADA also breaking out. So ADA had this little descending channel thing, this resistance line, inside of its broader descending broadening wedge. And it is now broken out, retested, confirmed, and continued to the upside. But we are potentially getting a bearish engulfing. It could, if it closes like this, it could similarly do kind of like what happened right there and just use it to sweep liquidity one more time. I literally did like a YOLO long right here earlier, and it went up. I could have closed at 25%, but I'm working. I get home and I check it, and I'm up 3.7%. I was like, son of a bitch. So I closed it with my 3.78% profit. Profits are profits, but knowing that I could have had 25%, that was kind of a knife twist right there. Kind of hurt me. ZC Predictions said, hey, wish you were doing this stream when I was making OG SNEK shirts or when I had a public access show. In case you guys did not know, ZC Productions is Zach of Dong fame. He made shirts for SNEK, and he had a public access show. And he also really, really, really likes trains. I'm pretty sure he actually lives on a train full time. It's really weird, but he came into a bunch of money, obviously, doing the public access show and the SNEK t-shirts. So he lived by a train station at the time, and they were giving like lifetime tickets, and I think it was like $150,000, and that's just under what he actually made from his public access show and from his SNEK shirts. So he bought this. It's kind of like the Trump gold card for citizenship, but it was like a train gold card for perpetual rides. So he just lives on the train. It's really crazy. It looks super cozy though. He's sent me pictures before, unprompted. He just sends them to people. It's really weird, but he's a nice guy. Okay, where were we? Yeah, ADA. Hopefully getting some love here soon. SNEK. Well, baby breakout from SNEK. Actually, kind of outperforming ADA. Holding up a little bit better. Chilling at 19 still. Struggling to get back above 20. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, I still think ADA is a great buy under 60. It's a sleeper. I hope so, man. I agree, obviously. I'm an ADA maxi. But, man, it's been getting crushed. And what's nice is when we set up our portfolios, our little paper portfolios for the channel, we can kind of watch the performance of at least like 10 like good assets that people talk about frequently. And ADA was within the top 5 of this, and it has been consistently losing every day a new spot. So it does seem to have gained a spot today, I think. I'd have to check. Let me roll the tape from yesterday. We got 20 minutes until the daily close contest, so make sure you guys stick around for that. Let me check what yesterday showed for ADA, because it was definitely interesting. Where did we go through our portfolios? Okay, we did the daily close. Somebody won. I believe Arrowmaker was the winner yesterday. Here we go, I got it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, ADA was down here. Okay, good. So ADA, it was Doge, ADA, Near, SHIB, Ondo. So ADA has flipped Near and SHIB. Woo! Thankfully, ADA's gaining back some ground. It was literally second from last at $74.67. So so it didn't gain any money. SHIB and Near just lost value. Dang. Dude, Near was up 20% yesterday? Whoa. Oh, over the 7 days. I understand. So what? Wait a minute. Did Near dump like crazy? Or did it gain a lot 20 days ago? 21 days ago now. I don't know. That's crazy, though. I'll have to take another look at that later. A little more detailed look. So back to regularly scheduled programming. XRP up 1.49%. XRP kind of doing a little breakout scenario. Is it? Maybe not. Maybe I lied. I lied about that one. So XRP seems to have a strong resistance around like 234, 233. If it can break above that, that'd be sick. It's kind of got like I don't know, this pattern keeps repeating. It's the first time it seems to have gone up above 222, which is good. It's struggling to hold above 228 though. So we'll keep an eye on that. It was overbought for a hot second during this big fat green candle. That was a 6% candle. Wow. What the heck happened? What happened while I was at work, guys? Rejection around 230. Breakdown. It's sitting at 223 right now. Dixie said, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Dixie. HBAR is down 1.91% on the day. So HBAR got above this upper, I don't know, do you call it a trend line? It was in this range. This range was fascinating to me. So I put these lines up here. And lines have been relevant since, which is weird. But the line is at approximately 14.9-ish, 14.94, 14.93. So HBAR sitting right above that, 14.97. We got a bearish engulfing candle on the 4-hour time frame, which is not great. We've broken above weakness, broke above weakness. It's just kind of struggling right now. We need to see some strength. It's at the midpoint in between its points of interest, 1593 and 1401. So pick a direction and go there for HBAR. SWE is down 4.23% on the day, currently sitting at 27773. It's sitting above 275, which is good. I would like to see it get above 3, or at least try to touch 3. Otherwise, we're just kind of waiting to see what happens. All of these altcoins seem to have the dip, the chop, the dip again, and then some of them have a rise, some of them have a chop. It's becoming ominous for altcoins. And what's really weird is the RSI is not resetting. It is almost overbought on most of these, or at least just recently almost overbought. Maybe it's resetting now, which should be nice. Ondo's down 2.85% on the day, currently trading at 76.90. 76.99 is Tyler's entry, so we got a rejection around 78.70. Not really relevant at the moment. 80 is a point of interest. I would like to see Ondo try for 80. We've been holding 72.72 nicely, and we're still well above it. Again, midpoint in between 72.72 and 80. Kind of waiting for this guy as well. RSI's chilling. Momentum wave chilling. Momentum wave's almost overbought, but I can sit up there for a little bit. Aerodrome is down 1.11%. Aerodrome had this lovely head and shoulders setup, like attempting to fulfill itself. And it didn't quite get down to the neckline, which I think I mentioned that relying on this head and shoulders was silly because Aerodrome has been so strong lately. And I guess I expected it to go down to the neckline and then have a hard rejection, invalidation event. That's not exactly what happened. It got a nice bounce at 76 and a rejection at 86, and it's now kind of plummeting. It's sitting in between 76 and 86 at 80, which is interesting. Bearish. I don't know if that's bearish engulfing. It's just a big fat red candle. The candle itself is down 4.18%, which means this thing was up 3% on the day before this candle. RSI is getting ready to cross the moving average, and we got a red dot on the momentum wave. Pinlink is down 6.06% on the day, currently trading at 44.01. I feel like this thing's been at 44.01 for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, almost a month. It's been a while. Great song. Maybe, is this some kind of flag? Triangle? It does seem like a triangle, like a consolidation, so we'll see if anything comes of it. Hopefully it doesn't end up just being a smaller version of this, because this ended up bad. It just does that again, and it keeps doing that and getting smaller and smaller. It's just going to eventually just slowly, like, keep grinding down. So, I do like the volume, though. The volume spike is nice. There's a visible spike in volume. Ton of volume here, a little bit less, way less, little spike, way less. It's thinning out more and more, and then bam. You got a nice hump. Nice volume hump right there. So that's nice. We'll see if it increases in price over time eventually. Render's down 4.65% on the day. Currently trading at 322. Sitting above 315 support, which is great. Render's chart actually looks a lot less angry than the other ones. The volume, again, I think I say this every single day. The volume on Render is very, very disappointing, very lackluster. But the chart does not look bad. You know, we got a couple of dips, a rip, a dip again, another slow rise with some volatility in there, which we did call for yesterday. The thumbnail did say expect volatility. So, RSI sitting right around 50. JShear 2.0 said, "Sup family, what's going on, JShear 2.0? You missed it yesterday. Tyler won the $100 prize." I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, so yeah, that's Render 322. I'd like to see it get above 350. As of right now, it's still holding above 315, which is making me happy. Polkadot is chilling at 340. JShear 2.0 said, "Chewy, you didn't add me, bro." What the hell, Chewy? That's messed up. Fartco cracks me up. It just says Fartco. Polkadot 340, and not a whole lot going on. Very sideways on Polkadot. Big dump right here. Went from pretty much $4 to 333. Or 4 to 3 actually. That's a 25% dump. Dang. Recovery. Support at 333. Attempted break to the upside. Failed. Hopefully sweeping liquidity right now to get what it needs to break 378. Man, I got like arthritis knee going on. It's killing me. My lower back. I'm messed up today. I'm like kind of messed up today. All right, Fartcoin, $1.14 right now. Actually looking pretty good, all things considered. For everything else, I will say Fartcoin has been the butt of the joke more frequently, and I think they're benefiting from it. Everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, that's so crazy that you can do this with Fartcoin. You can do that with Fartcoin," and people are. It's like a word of mouth machine. So, a word of fart of mouth. I don't know. We can workshop that, but it's got some good like marketing built into it. People like farts. Farts are funny. We have some kind of a ascending wedge going on here, though. 3, potentially 4 hits the upside. I don't know. You can make the argument for 2 for sure. 3 maybe pushing it to the downside. But we'll see. If we get a rejection here, we should get some support at this 107 because it kind of perfectly corresponds with the purple trend line. We did just draw that purple trend line, so it might not be 100% relevant. But we'll leave it there and see if it ends up being relevant. This does kind of remind me of this. So I wonder if it's going to do that on a bigger scale. Because this thing bounced around for a minute, coiled up, and then blam. This thing's bouncing around for a minute, coiling up, and then blam. That'd be pretty sick. What would the target be? I have no clue. Hopefully above $1.30. But for a coin, looking good. I kind of like it, honestly. It's growing on me. I've been wafting for a minute or two, and kind of like what I smell. There's another, like an ascending channel, which broke bearish. So we got to make sure that we're not looking at that. Bitcoin ETH got an ascending triangle on 4 hour. Bitcoin versus Ethereum. Ascending triangle on 4 hour. Is this the right? I don't know if that's the right chart. Why am I struggling? Bitcoin, ETH. Oh my gosh. BTC, ETH. I used to have this saved too. That's what's crazy. Huh. I don't know why I can't find it. No. BTC, ETH. Oh, no. Do I do ETH BTC? I guess so. That's so weird. So I see this one. If that's what you're talking about. I think Bitcoin ETH would be flipped. Like if I inverted the chart. Invert scale? Yeah. Yeah, this would be Bitcoin ETH. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Interesting. So there's clear resistance overhead. I remember this trend line was a big deal when we broke through that. I like that we were just up there though, retesting that. I don't like that we broke down, but it could be liquidity grab right here for a breakout. I kind of like that concept. And is that a larger scale ascending triangle? This does, without it actually having the shapes, the waste management fractal with the pullback and the blast off, it does work out in that same manner as well. So that'll be cool. Maybe alt season is inbound. CAS is down 4.31% on the day. CAS broke below 762 and is currently trading at 755. RSI is sitting right in the middle. We did have a confirmed red dot right here. Interesting. Right here. So confirmed red dot right there. See if that results in some downside. I feel like it will. Maybe, so we got a breakout and we danced around 762 for a minute. Maybe it comes back down. Pulls back to the 768. And then blasts off. I wouldn't mind that. It's kind of like the waste management fractal without the waste. Maybe that. Maybe that. I don't know. I'm kind of starting to make stuff up, but that's what we do here. It's a little bit of fun. Make sure you guys smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for joining. Avalanche is down 3.9% on the day. Rejection at 19. Broke below 1828. Little midpoint liquidity at 18, maybe psychological even. And it rejected again at 1828. Currently sitting at 1799. If it closes above 18, that would be great. Unless, or if it doesn't, then we got kind of bearish engulfing. So We might go down, maybe at least retest 1756. Good thing is we don't have any confirmed red dots on our market cipher. And yeah, the RSI broke below its moving average, rejected, and it's now continuing to the downside. Chainlink is down 2.19% on the day, sitting right above 1339. Let's see, it just keeps sweeping this orange trend line. We got a touch, a bust above, little rejection around 1524, break below 1441. Support after we broke below 1340 and rejected. We got our support at our purple and orange trend line right here. There's convergence right there between those two, and that got us a bounce. A little rejection at 14, broke again, 1268 support, and then we got some games right here. We'll bounce off the purple trend line, bounce off of 11, support at 1150. Break above everything, resistance at 1339, and now we're just playing around with liquidity around our orange yellowish trend line and 1339. So I wouldn't be surprised if this thing pulled back to at least maybe 1268, maybe 1239 if it gets bearish. Doge is down 2.48% on the day. We got our confirmed green candle. What the heck is this line? Maybe that was a higher time frame, I'm assuming. Resistance at 1681, struggling to get above that. And almost getting ready to close a bearish engulfing. So with Doge, I wouldn't want to see it pull all the way back to this trend line. I feel like that would be bad. So I'm going to try and maybe go off of 1588, this previous support. I don't know. Maybe that's pushing it too. That would be nice if we got to bounce off of that. Otherwise, maybe just 15.5 or 15. Psychological. Go full psychological with it. Polygon Matic Pole. Up actually 2%. Interesting. Polygon got a little bullish today. A little rejection at 1916. And she's heading down towards 1787 again. RSI was overbought for a hot second. We got two nice green volume candles. Our momentum wave is overbought as well. So retrace down to 1787 is potentially in the cards. I would like it if it just did a midpoint liquidity pullback. But we could go all the way down to 1787. I do like that this is one of the green ones because I feel like they've been getting shafted for a bit. So it's nice to see some volume, some buying pressure out of Polygon finally. Maybe they'll keep it up. That'd be cool. It looks very similar to this. The spike, the recovery, and then the swoop. The spike, the recovery, and then the swoop. I'm just saying. Tishu said, what's your thoughts on taking a loan with Bitcoin as collateral on Coinbase? Wasn't that how Celsius and other crypto lenders got in trouble? I feel a lot of people could get burned next bear. It's definitely going to get interesting with the crypto-backed loans. That's for sure. The question is, are institutions going to let it get that out of control? Like, I guess I would need to see the logistics of it. Don't let me forget, next we're on near Bitcoin Daily Close Contest coming in less than 1 minute. So get your guys' guesses ready. We got 16 people watching, only 12 people can participate. So get your guesses in. Anyone can participate, only one will win. The other day, we just had our first $20 winner. It was a $15 prize win, but they got 7 out of 8 versus 6. If you nail 6 digits, you win $15. If you nail all 8, you win $100. So because it was 7 out of 8, we gave them $20. Transition. Bam. All right. Get your guesses ready. Yeah, J-Shear 2.0 was our first ever monetary prize winner. 3, 2, 1. Get your guesses in for the daily close contest, ladies and gentlemen. Also, don't forget to smash the like button. Really helps out the channel. Helps YouTube know to show other people the stream and all that stuff. So smashing the like button goes a long way. We got a guess coming in from Giovanni Fontes. 107, 220 cents. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn. Oh, what just happened? There we go. 107, 170 and 70 cents. Dremmer. 106, 908 and 26 cents. Tissue. 107, 178.62. Did I butcher the name? No. Okay, good. Whew. Bitcoin currently trading at 107, 168 and 35 cents. Getting a little bit of a double bottom action here going on the 1 minute time frame. Always fun to watch the 1 minute. Janix coming in with a guess of 107, 271, 31. Errormaker FPV, yesterday's winner. 107, 185. Tishu said, where is my measly single win on that board? LOL. We only have so much space to work with. You got to get... The 4s are about to get kicked off with everybody kind of splitting off. Luckily, Jay Shear's the only one that was at 10, and he got 11 yesterday. He got his 11th wins, or not yesterday, the day before. I don't know. It was like 2-3 days ago. But he was the only one in that category, so all I had to do was change the number instead of adding a whole other category. But the 4s are very close to getting bumped off the board. We got Hops coming over the guess of 107, 011 and 11 cents. You guys got 2 minutes and 36 seconds remaining on the clock to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Cheers. Today, I saw, I think it was called a sack bug. Probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my entire life. It was pretty neat. It's literally like, think of like an inchworm, but only his front end is sticking out of like a cone made of like mud or something. And he has little leaves around the cone too. And he just kind of inches underneath the cone, and the whole cone is like moving with him, and he's like boop 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 boop. It was so cool. I'm gonna upload it to YouTube Shorts maybe tonight, so keep an eye on it if you guys are interested at all. Tishu said it was long ago before you came up with the board. Okay, so Tishu, I think you have more than one win, do you not? So that had to have been last year then. Because I started the tracking on January 1st. Interesting. Aussie Khan said, hello everyone. What's going on, Aussie Khan? You got time to get your guess in for the daily close contest. 60 something seconds is today. We have monthly close as well. That is true. Tishu said maybe don't remember one for sure. Yeah, we're tracking 2025 right now. So if it was 2024, then I won't have a track. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm a sleepy boy. 42 seconds remaining on the clock. Aussie Khan, get your guess in for the daily close contest if you would like to participate. Also, don't forget to smash the like button. How to said Blaze on Fire. Gourmet Brands Brooklyn said, you should have posted a pic of the bug hanging out with the 3-legged deer. It is, I'm not even joking. If the 3-legged deer would have been there, I could have framed that picture. Like, no joke. Apparently, the 3-legged deer has been coming there for over a year. I talked to the client today, and he mentioned it. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. All right, time's almost up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Ladies and gentlemen, time's up for the daily close contest. Today I'm doing a hard close. No entries past. Just because we got a lot of people. So thank you everyone for who participated. Anybody else? Smash the like button. We had a successful super chat yet. Not yet. I have fixed it though. I'm pretty confident that it would work. And since you said that, actually, let me change my audio so that I'll be able to hear it. Okay. So if somebody does super chat, it should narrate it, and I should be able to actually hear it. All right, let's get these suckers up on the board. Bitcoin 107.93 and 34 cents. Closest right now. Let me just go from the top. Janix 107, 271.31. Movie of the day is going to be Knives Out. It is currently available on Prime Video. Great movie. It's like one of my go-tos. I love that movie. And I like that they're continuing with a franchise kind of concept of it. I can't, there's something about the murder mystery that they do it so well with that series. 107, 185. Plus Ana de Armas is pretty. Arrowmaker FPV. They just kind of came up with that John Wick thing with her out of nowhere. I was like, oh shoot, I know her. 107, 178.62. Woo, you guys are bunched up right here. This is after Arrowmaker. We got Tishu. Jishu said, guess and dis. I don't know if you got mine. Okay, let me see. It should be timestamped. It is timestamped, and it does actually say 754, so I will get you. Jay Shear. We got technically a late entry. It was on time. It's late. It's being entered late because of me. 107-23369. Okay, let me make sure. Oops. Okay. 107-23369. Okay, I like that. That gap filled. Okay, we got Tishu done. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn 107, 170 and 70 cents. You guys are bullish. What is going on? All right, we got 2 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. Hoffs 107.01111. There we go. Hoffs is going to take it today. You guys messed up. Okay. And last but not least, Dremmer 106.90826. I like it. Okay. Bitcoin currently trading at 107.85 and 99 cents. We got 1 minute and 51 seconds remaining on the clock. Let's see. Jishu said YouTube is a hater. Well, let me guess. LMAO. Tishu said I watched Glass Onion, but not Knives Out. Knives Out is like the original. Glass Onion is like the second film in the series. I enjoyed that one as well. Nothing comes close to Knives Out though. Ooh. It's like Clue, but with like a Murder on the Orient Express twist. I don't know. It's definitely inspired by Clue heavily. The big house, the big beautiful house, dude. That movie has me sitting here thinking like, maybe I should be a writer. All right, Bitcoin getting a little pumpy here. 107, 108, and 82 cents. We got exactly 1 minute remaining on the clock. Ooh, look at that big spike. Is it going to get into this tight? Oh my gosh, what is going on here? 107, 167, and 48 cents. So close to Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn. 47 seconds remaining on the clock. Oh boy. 107, 171, and 64 cents. It is literally right there for Gourmet Brands Brooklyn. 33 seconds remaining. Let me zoom in right here. Coming up and down Tishu. 28 seconds. 107, 176, and 24 cents. This is getting spicy. Is it going to pump or is it going to dump? 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Volume picking up. Volatility also inbound. 14 seconds remaining. Here it comes. 10 seconds. 107, 176, and 23 cents. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The daily close for Bitcoin. 107, 146, and 50 cents. What was that? 107, 146, and 50 cents. Making Hoffs our winner. Congratulations, Hoffs, on your victory. That was crazy. That was close, dude. That was exciting. It's been a long time since we've been in an exciting one like that. I just stubbed my toe. That fucking hurt. 107,011 and 11 cents. Congratulations, Hoffs, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for Hoffs. What have I done? All right. Finally advancing his position. Let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. Zoom out a little bit. We did get a very bearish engulfing. Let's actually check the monthly. I'm going to do this really quick before I go through everything. Monthly, actually, was that the highest monthly close ever? Yes, it was. Wow. Dang, that's crazy. Congratulations, Hoffs, once again on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat. Is there something in my beard? Okay. Very cool. Let me add Hoffs to the winner's Google Doc after I hit the fun button. Yay! Let's see. Winner's Google Doc. Very, very, very close to Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn. That was actually close. It was like $1 above. He was close to winning the big boy prize. Let's see. All right. Tomorrow's July 1st. Oh, 4th of July is coming up. Nice. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas. Let's retransition over to our regularly scheduled programming. Get this off the board. And can I get a drum roll, please? The winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 107,011 and 11 cents. And an actual Bitcoin daily close of 107,146 and 50 cents on June 30th, 2025. Hoff's prize is a bratwurst with a lovely albino bun, some fried onions, and it looks like some fancy mustard, maybe? I'm just going to say that's fancy mustard, not what I actually think it is, because it looks kind of funky. But you got a bougie bratwurst here. Congratulations on your victory. Enjoy your bratwurst. You can enjoy it here. You can enjoy it on the go. You can enjoy it with a friend. You can enjoy it with your peers. Whatever you do, you are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations on your victory. Very cool. Now, the real question. Are we going to pump from here? On the 4-hour time frame. And make it a little smaller. That looks so good. I'm so hungry right now, man. I gotta stop doing food stuff. It's making me hungry, man. Okay. Lots of banana spam. Very nice. Don't forget to smash the like button as well, guys. Appreciate you guys for being here. Where were we? I think we were going on to near. Okay, so near got above 221 for a hot second. Kind of rejected. Broke back down. And it's sitting at 214 right now. Midpoint liquidity pullback would be 210. It kind of almost got that with this wick. But I don't know. Is it going to go all the way down to $2? It could still do that and make a higher low. We'll see. Those onions look like worms. I'm sorry. What? The onions? You got a problem with the onions? What the hell? No. Those onions look amazing. I guess they could be maybe caramelized a little better. I don't know what the heck this is, though. This is a little bit funky. I'd probably still eat it. I can't really say no to a bratwurst. Like, there's some crazy stuff you can do to a bratwurst, and I'd be like, I'll still eat it. So yeah, near, if it does pull back $2, look for 210 reaction. It's sitting at 214 right now. I'd love to see it get above 221, but it kind of seems like the market wants to chill right now. Chilies, Ooh, Chili's got a little breakout retest currently of its descending channel. The descending channel is a little iffy. We got 1, 2, 3 points of confluence, potentially 4 on the top, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. And technically, this would be a 5th on the top. So it actually looks kind of good. Tishu said, did you see Robinhood new announcement? New stock record high for them? I did. I did not know that it was a stock record high for them. Well, that's pretty sick. Gourmet Brands Brooklyn said the right side tip of the meat looks like Voldemort. You know, I actually saw the right side and I was like, that right side looks a little funky. It does. Harry Potter is dead. That's great. Dude, he's in a really good movie. Let me actually see. He is in, oh shoot, what's it called? It's not the Darjeeling Limited. It's the Grand Budapest Hotel. Great movie. Amazing movie. Love that freaking movie. He's also in 28 Years Later, which is new. Interesting. Highly recommend Grand Budapest Hotel. It's a very odd movie. It's funny though. It's good. It's good. I just go watch it. Go watch Knives Out and go watch the Grand Budapest Hotel. What kind of hot dog is that? What hot dog? That's very Canadian of you, Fahid. This is, my friend, is a bratwurst. This is the only thing that you eat when you and the boys are out grilling with some beers. I would know all about that with all of my real life friends that I have and all of the beer that I drink as I sip my chai latte on my live stream in my apartment. Yes. I barbecue bratwurst with the boys all the time. Me and the boys and me. All right. Yeah, Chili's looks good. As long as it holds above this upper trend line, I'm kind of happy with that. Again, they got a lot of... they're well equipped to adapt, but they need to adapt because FIFA partnering with Avalanche to make their own blockchain is, I think, going to hurt Chili's in the long run, unless Chili's is like, oh, we do other stuff now. Maybe it's just other sports. They can pivot very easily here. So I might accumulate a little bit. I don't know though. Silver actually still holding up at 36. It's blowing my mind right now. Nothing really big to report here. Very sideways, very chill. MicroStrategy up 5.3% on the day. Look at that. Look at that trajectory. Ooh! Did I perfectly fractalize MicroStrategy? I think I might have. That's kind of crazy. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. Now, we do have a confirmed red dot. We've had one here, which was at this exact candle. This red guy right there. Red dot. And we now have one here on this red candle. So, has it played out already? I think it has. That's kind of crazy. I will say the RSI, for these being at similar points, the RSI here compared to here, that is bearish divergence, I think. Let's see. Maybe not. If not, it's going to be close. Shoot. Well, that doesn't even matter because we have bearish divergence here. If we got it, well, we'd have to get a reaction first, actually. It could invalidate if it just keeps going up. But as of right now, there's technically the idea of bearish divergence is in the air for MicroStrategy specifically. You know, I'm so butthurt about this freaking YOLO long that I took earlier. I literally could have closed it at 20%, 25% profits. And I was at work. I was busy. So I didn't, because I was literally not looking at the charts. I should have just set a take profit for 25%. I should do that every single time when I'm working. Charts freaking annoy me, man. All right. Yeah, MicroStrategy looks awesome. I'm excited. Let's see if this thing can get up to 500 bucks. That would be crazy. It's following the exact same pattern that it followed before. It blows up, consolidates, blows up, consolidates, blows up, consolidates. Let's see how far it blows up. It's going to be crazy. DXY, very, very dumpy, continuing to make new lows. FU, US dollar. NASDAQ, looking beautiful, 22,680. This thing's just cranking to the upside. And the S&P 500, is this new highs? 6204. This thing's following the fractal beautifully. We do have like 8 fractals though, so it's kind of cheating, but it looks great. S&P 500 looks great. What's that 6440? What is that? Is that a target? What did I do? Just move this here? I don't know. Who knows, man? Who knows? Bitcoin dominance, 65.19. So Bitcoin dominance actually broke down further. Interesting. So yesterday we were observing, we saw it right here break below, and then we were watching it try to break back up. I thought for sure it was going to break back above the orange trend line. The fact that it actually rejected is huge. I did not know this. I'm very excited. This has me more excited now. We've touched 66, which has been my target since December. We broke below our upper trend line, technically with a janky inverse, or with a janky head and shoulders, which is great. Has it played out? Uh-oh, maybe that is the reversal. So that's played out, and we broke below our orange trend line, rejected, and continued to the downside. I'm kind of excited. It's also got a double top going on. There's so much bearishness on Bitcoin dominance. I hope I don't end up being super duper wrong. But, man, am I excited. There's even bearish divergence. What? Dude. I'm freaking out, man. Is this altcoin season? That would be crazy. Altcoin summer. Bitcoin 107, 389 cents. Congratulations, Hops, once again on your victory. God, I'm hungry. I'm so hungry, man. All right, we got some news articles to go through, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button. First thing this morning, I see Canada drops digital services to tax to resume U.S. trade talks. That was kind of funny. They literally folded within like 24 hours. So, Elon Musk is upset again about the spending bill because they're cutting his money. Daddy's taking away his allowance. He said, if this insane spending bill passes, the American Party will be formed the next day. Our country needs an alternative to vote Democratic Republican Uniparty so that the people actually have a voice. Good for him. He's the guy that I feel like could do it. What's funny is he can't run for president because he's from South Africa. So I kind of enjoy, though, the idea of a foreigner coming to America and then trying to help make America better, because that is how America was founded. So, I don't know, it's kind of poetic. Oh, excuse me. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, I'm in commodities and China has been buying the hell out of platinum. Maybe they got big catalytic converter order. That's funny. That's actually really funny. Is that supposed to be funny? That made me laugh. I think I'm tired. We got more updates on Elon and Daddy Trump. We now have a president, or maybe that's not what this is. We now have a president who is actively calling for interest rates to be cut to as low as 1%. And he is actually stating that he will be replacing Fed Chair Powell with someone who will immediately cut rates. Meanwhile, stocks are at all-time highs, real estate prices are at all-time highs, U.S. debt is at all-time highs, and crypto is at all-time highs. Crypto is not at all-time highs. Bitcoin is at all-time highs. Crypto needs a little bit of help. If the new Fed chair actually cuts rates to 1%, we are going to witness perhaps one of the biggest runs of all time in stocks and real estate. There has never been a time in history where the Fed cut rates to 1% with the stock market and home prices at all-time highs. In May 2026, Fed Chair Powell's term will officially come to an end. If rates are truly going to 1%, everything is cheap. That's a sick tweet. I like that. Next, we got Microsoft unveils AI medical tool, claiming it performs 4 times better than human doctors. I believe that. Human doctors are actually kind of dumb sometimes. Teach you said a few of my HYSA lowered interest by 0.1%, so a cut is probably happening. That's exactly what happened last time I saw them lower it. That's pretty sick. I like that. Cointelegraph posted Circle has applied for U.S. National Trust Bank license. Very cool. Next, we got Texas Governor Abbott signs law making gold and silver legal tender in day-to-day financial transactions. This one's kind of crazy. The fact that this isn't already a thing is weird to me. Like, shouldn't we already have this? Michael Saylor's strategy buys 4,980 Bitcoin worth 531 million. I'm so glad that they don't say Bitcoins, like plural, because that would be so cringy. Robinhood to launch tokenized stocks in Europe. Very cool. Supreme Court rejects Coinbase's request to block IRS from accessing user data. That's kind of upsetting. I don't like the IRS. I don't want them touching my stuff. They're going to get their grimy little fingers all over it, but whatever. If they can streamline everything and I don't have to file taxes, it's just automated and they send me a freaking check. Better yet, how about I just pay exactly what I owe on a weekly basis or whenever my check goes, and then I don't get a refund, but I actually have more money in my pocket every paycheck because I'm not paying extra. How about they make it that efficient? Because this tax return thing is very archaic. It's like, it's cool. I enjoy getting a big fat check when I overpay, but I would honestly, I think I would be better off just having that money throughout the year. It's a lot of freaking money. Like, I didn't realize how much money it was until I got my return this year. I was like, dang, that's like a lot of money per month. Treasury Secretary Bessent says they are working to select Fed Chair Jerome Powell's replacement in coming weeks. Look at his smug little face. Treasury Secretary Bessent says crypto stablecoin legislation could be finalized by mid-July. Robinhood launches ETH and Solana staking. That's huge as well. Very cool. Treasury Secretary Bessent says he's ready to replace Fed Chair Jerome Powell if President Trump wants him to. Very cool. President Trump calls for 1% interest rate or better. He says the Fed should be ashamed of themselves. Dude, he is actively shitting on them every chance he gets, and it's freaking hilarious. Because now the people are starting to turn against him. Grandpa, why won't you cut interest rates? Shut the fuck up, Timmy. What did I tell you about talking about interest rates at the table? Donna, you better get your son. I don't want to hit my grandson, but I will. U.S. and India to announce new trade deal very soon. I like that that's in quotes. That's kind of funny. I like that he wears a cute little vest. Is that a thing? I don't know. Why does everyone's face have to look like this man? They both look like different kinds of fish. Does that mean? Justin, Elon Musk slams President Trump's one big beautiful bill and calls to create a new political party. So they're doing a rerun of this episode. He is quoted saying, "It is obvious with the intense spending bill, or with the intense spending of this bill, which increases the debt ceiling by a record $5 trillion, that we live in a one-party country, the Porky Pig Party. Time for a new political party that actually cares about the people." I mean, if there's anyone that can get a party together that'll compete with Democrats and Republicans, it's probably him. I'm kind of excited. Latest gold demand diverges as U.S. retail sales plunge 70% year over year in May. Meanwhile, Asia Pacific demand surges, led by 12% in China and 30% across Southeast Asia. Interesting. Oh, they're selling. That's because they're at all-time highs. Oh, interesting. Okay. Next, we talked about this yesterday and we brought it up. I believe that it's been updated. Bloomberg raises approval odds for XRP sold Litecoin ETFs to 95%. So now, as it stands, we got the basket index, 95% approval odds, Litecoin, 95, Solana, 95, XRP, 95, Dogecoin 90, Cardano 90, Polkadot 90, HBAR 90, Avalanche 90, SWE, not CFTC regulated futures, or no CFTC regulated futures, 60%, Tron, no CFTC regulated futures, 50%, and now Pengu, filed by Canary Capital, not CFTC no CFTC regulated futures, and 50%. Interesting. Very interesting. Pengu's new. That's new on there. That's kind of funny. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, I'm serious. They lift any buy orders we get in. They don't care what price we do over the counter. They lift any buy orders we get in. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Next we got, this is the last piece of news. Most major banks now expect the Fed to cut rates by 25 to 100 basis points starting as early as July, with a few still see no cuts in 2025. Bank of America says none. Barclays says 25. BNPP says none. I'm sorry. Citigroup says 75. Deutsche Bank says 25. Goldman Sachs says 75. Jefferies says 75. JP Morgan says 25. LH Meyer says 25. Morgan Stanley says none. Muff. I'm so sorry. Muff G says 100. In July, Nomura says 25. Oxford Economics says 25. RBC says 75. S&P Global Ratings says 50. Standard Chartered says 25. TD Securities says 50. UBS says 100. And Wells Fargo says 100. Really? Wells Fargo says 100 in September? Nice. Dude, Muff G. Dude, Muff G got me. Muff G got me pretty good. All right, update on our portfolios really quick. Bitcoin 107,433. We're getting a little bit pumpy here. Very nice. You'll love to see it. Our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio currently sitting at 1835, which is down $182. Not too bad. Currently being held up by Proppy, Sol, Fetch, Render, and Aptos, being dragged down by Ondo, Ada, Shib, Near, and Doge. Next, interestingly enough, Proppy still in profit, 96 cents. Everything else is down. Memecoin portfolio only down $166. Currently, SNEK still the worst performer, with significantly in profit by $60, and Pepe also in profit by $5. Everything else is down. And then our narrative portfolio, my favorite and the best performer so far, is in profit, $41.95. It did not leave the in profit status this entire dip, which is huge. This portfolio is made up of one meme coin, one artificial intelligence coin, one real world asset coin, one decentralized physical infrastructure coin, and one gaming coin, and it's absolutely killing it. Currently, Pepe's in profit, $40. Fetch is in profit, $16. Tau is in profit, $16. Mana and VeChain are the only two that are not in profit. Mana is only down by $9, and VeChain is only down by $12. So, or 22. It's $22. My bad. But this portfolio has been huge. It's slow and steady, so it might get outperformed in the end. But I guess the ratio of performance is satisfying. The fact that it's been in profit for this long is pretty sick. Bitcoin dominance 65.21. Hopefully that turns red. We are pretty oversold though, so not quite on the RSI, but the the green dot keeps going away and coming back. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, Bitcoin looks good. Congratulations, Hoffs, once again. Oh boy. Should we look at our Solana watch list? See if there's anything on that of interest. Let's do it. Let's take a look. Worthless coin. Let's see. Anything interesting? Porky Pig Party. That's kind of funny. Poop. Poop or dude, I love that. I love that Pump Fun and Solana just gets boiled down to poop every once in a while. Everyone's like so tired of buying stuff. They're like so tired of searching. They're like, I'm just gonna buy poop. I'm just gonna buy this poop thing. It's funny. We got Blaze. Somebody mentioned Blaze the other day, and we put it on the watch list. It's up 87% today. Wow. What do we have on here? Whoa! What the hell? Who said to buy this? Why didn't I buy any? Wow! It was probably like right here too. Oh my gosh! I don't want to talk about it. Jeez, that's crazy. Okay, nothing. Making a little baby comeback. Everything else kind of in the crapper. We got high standards for Memecoins, man. If they're not up double-digit percents, they're not worth it. I can't believe Butthole's still getting wrecked. Same with Bigfoot. Dude, I got rugged on this so hard. I literally had the chance to like take profits at 100%, and I didn't, like an idiot. That's so upsetting. This shit was too funny too. I still watch them every time. Every time I see him on Twitter, I watch the crap out of him. But dang, I got rugged. Harambe, I did great on Harambe. Doubled our money on Harambe, maybe even more. I don't remember. We had our entry at 38.52, and we sold at 84.32. The death anniversary is May 28th. I think we front ran by like 2 weeks, so we bought either February or March. I don't remember. It might have been April. But it was a pretty good run. Selling early May seems to be the way to go. I'll probably play that again next year. Be a fun time. Oh yeah. Let's see, we got any shills? Any coins you guys want me to check out? Oh, we have. Okay, let's refresh our liquidation heat map since the close. What was that? Here we go. All right, we got 106,703. $703. Okay. And then the lower portion of this chunk, 105,866. And then up top, 107,996. And then the tippy top of that. Oof, where do I even go? Maybe right here, 108,680. Okay. That's our little range, our little chunk. Bitcoin getting a little flaky at the moment. See if she keeps it up or if she starts to dumperoo. Gosh, I can't believe MicroStrategy is just. What if MicroStrategy outperforms Bitcoin? Would that be crazy? Because it is it's a company that does other stuff. Like they've kind of primarily adapted themselves to be very Bitcoin centered, but I don't know, they do other stuff, so the people might be more inclined to buy them versus Bitcoin. Especially boomers are probably like, well, MicroStrategy is a company that has an actual value proposition, you know, whatever they got to make up to to convince themselves. Yeah, I don't know. MicroStrategy looks sick. Let's go take a look at NVIDIA really quick. Ooh, 157.50. Dang. I'm gonna look at like a Robinhood. Wow, 96.55. It was sitting at 84. That's pretty sick. What's their market cap? You know, I'm so bummed. 82.63 billion. 82.63 billion. Wow. So, okay, it's if it was a if it was a coin, it would be number 6. It would be higher than Solana. Interesting. So I feel like Robinhood has a lot more room to grow. That's actually kind of crazy. Let's take a look at fear and greed really quick. The traditional fear and greed is at 64. Coin market cap fear and greed is at 50. Yesterday, what was it at yesterday? Yesterday was at 52, neutral. Okay. And then our altcoin season index. We're just about almost leaving for sure Bitcoin season into like maybe Bitcoin season. Yeah, I'm still looking at this seasonal thing right here. Where is it at? Right here. We're kind of getting ready to go into that lull right in August, September. Like July looks like it could be fun, but August, September, maybe even just August. I don't know. It looks like the beginning of an uptrend. Maybe we are bottoming right here. Who knows, man? Bitcoin specifically may be a bad example. Let's look at total 3 and do it. Yeah, see? Total 3. July, August, September starts to go up, and then October is when things really kick off. October, November. The problem is this only shows 2023 and 2024. I would like to see 2021 and 2022 as well. They should put 5 years on this. Add notes, settings, metrics, seasonals. Can I add seasonals? That'd be kind of cool. No? Oh. It's right here. Okay, this is pretty sick. What? Okay. Crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin and ETH. So 2021 was bullish April, May, June. No, April, May. And then June it got bearish. June, July, August were bearish. And then September it kicked off again. Okay. Is that what we got now, kind of? Not really. April, May were garbage. Interesting. So, I don't really know what to think of this. Are we in 2020 right now? That's kind of crazy. Wow. Everything else is literally flat. There's like no data to go off of. 2021 is really the only one that's interesting. I guess 2020 shows that slow grind up throughout the year. So if we do end up doing that, it does seem like we're kind of following that more than anything. Or maybe even 2023. It's hard to tell, man. This is a cool tool, though. I didn't know you could click on it like that and make it bigger. That's sick. Let's go do that for Bitcoin. This is so cool. Okay, wait a minute. Let's go to 2021. So 2021 was in green. Gosh, this thing just went crazy after that. It hasn't really, like, we got downside, obviously. Where's 2022? Yeah, see, 2022 was awful. But 23 and 24 and now 25? Ooh, dude, this thing, 23 was probably the best year. Just because of the amount of rise that it had. That's so sick. From start to finish. 23 and 24, man. The people that bought like January 1st probably felt so good. That's the day that you buy too if you're wash trading, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I like this chart. That's sick. Let's go check ETH. Do we want 2020? Let's do 2020 for ETH as well. Okay, so 2020. Oh, look at that. Interesting. July got heated up in 2020. Now, I wonder if that's going to happen this time. That would be huge. What date was that? July. It was the end of July. Nope, mid-July, July 19th. Wow. I wonder if that's what's going to happen. now I'm excited. I'm excited again. Gourmet Brands Brooklyn said in 2021 when things started turning around from the pandemic. Was that April, May? I think so. Let's go see. Yeah, March, I think, is when everything got crazy dumpy. And then April, May, stuff recovered. June, July were like flat. And then end of July, it started to pick up. September, dumped again. And then you got parabolic. Parabola. I'm super stoked about this 2020 line for ETH. That's huge. Because that's coming up, man. And we're in that, if we're in that, like, the 4-year cycle is still relevant, and ETH is still the Mac Daddy for altcoins, July 19th is that, like, just July in general should be the month that stuff starts to kick off based on the 4-year cycle. We're still literally in that safe spot where we could go sideways until August. If we went sideways until August, and then August we still go sideways, then we can start talking about like, oh, there's not going to be an alt season, whatever. All that weird, like, bearish, the people that are too bearish, we can start talking about that stuff. But right now, dude, it seems like we're in a pretty good spot. Where's 2022? 2020 just was downturn right here. And then I'll swoop up towards the end of the year. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, ETH I'm excited about, dude. 2021 for Solana was crazy. Everything else just sucks. 2023 was a little bit of fun. Oof. Dude, ADA is not doing 2020 at all. What the hell, man? What else do we got? Swee wasn't even around. I like that, though. Maybe Swee's going to go crazy in September. What else do we got? Let's go Polkadot. I feel so... Dude, Polkadot only being underperformed by 2022. Right now, it's more in line with... Wait a minute. Where the heck? Did it launch? Oh, it must have launched in 2020. Interesting. August 17th, I think. Huh. That's actually kind of cool. I didn't know that. Partco. Avalanche. Let's do Avalanche. Flatline, man. 2021 was crazy, and then everything else flatline. Chainlink. Ooh, Chainlink has some performance. 2021. Chainlink actually seems like it has some good volatility. Interesting. Doge. Doge stinks except for 2021 and 2024. Polygon. Oh my gosh. Whoa. See, we don't even have all the chart data because they've changed their names so many freaking times that they've gotten to the point where they just cut the chart data off. That's ridiculous. Near had a crazy 2021. Near actually has some good performance too, it seems. I want to see these lines kind of be a little more crazy. If 3 out of the 4 of them are flat, then that's a little too boring for me. You know what I mean? What else did we skip? No, there really isn't anything else. Interesting. XRP? Huh. Not a whole lot going on here. Yeah, I'm excited about this ETH thing. It's pretty sick. Let's see where we end up. Bitcoin 107,217 and 27 cents. Congratulations, Hoffs, once again on your victory. Our monthly and quarterly returns for Bitcoin. Q2, which I think concludes today. Drone Wild said, "Wow, you are dumb." Am I? Let's see. Bitcoin quarterly returns. Q2, as of right now, 29.97. That's actually crazy. Last year, minus 11. The year before, plus 7. 2022, minus 56. Whoa. 2021, minus 40. Woo. That's crazy. Okay, so monthly returns. Average for July is plus 7.5. So average and median for July are pretty good, actually, for Bitcoin specifically. June, not so much. Median is better than the average, obviously. That's just the middle. But we're up 2.68% for June, and I think we just got the close, so good to go. Bitcoin price, quarterly performance, monthly performance, weekly. I don't know how to read that. That's actually interesting. ETH quarterly returns average for Q2 is 63. Wow. We got 36. ETH actually outperformed Bitcoin this quarter. I was not expecting that. That's crazy. Q3 average for ETH is 0.88. Okay, so Q3 Bitcoin typically on average does outperform Ethereum. And then Q4. Scott B said, "How about SHIB?" Let's go take a look at SHIB. Okay. Hmm. 1142. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a lot of lines on the chart based on previous price reactions. And this is gonna kind of give us a general idea. It's not foolproof. You know, it's probably not for everyone either, but this is how I do TA. And this is literally just based off previous price action. Like the line at 10:30, you got bounce, bounce, bounce. 11:08, you got bounce, bounce, bounce right there. And this is just relevance based on, oops, current price action. 1182, rejection, rejection, rejection. So that's going to be a big 1182 is going to be a big line to get over. It was support back here, and then you flipped it into resistance. You got your support at 1030, broke back above 1108, rejection again at 1182, support at 1108 after that breakout, rejection at 1182 again. As of right now, it looks like you're in a liquidity pullback halfway point. If it gets a bounce here, then it could have the potential to break through 1182. Otherwise, look for a pullback to 1108 again. But it's kind of in the same boat as all the other alts. We have this little zone right here. You could probably even put a line there, but it's not really that relevant because the price is more trying to get up, trying to get up, trying to get down, rejecting. It's a little messy, but this is the picture that I see currently. Your RSI is sitting right in the middle at 50, and momentum wave also right in the middle. So it's kind of a waiting game. Let's look at this seasonals thing. This is like my new favorite thing to look at. This is a percentage return from January 1st to December, whatever the last day is, 30th, 31st. I think it's the 30th. And 2024 actually seems to have been the best performing year for SHIB. Interesting. 2021, from start to finish, 2021 was actually down 3.72%. At one point, though, it was up 128%. But 2024 actually did even better. The highest point at 2024 was 236%. Wow. That's crazy. So right now, it seems like we're either in a 2023 or 2022. 2021 is not complete, though, because it didn't launch until May 9th. Okay. And this isn't, not every single year is going to play out the same. Obviously, this chart actually shows exactly that. But it's cool to compare them. Just kind of absorbing as much data as possible. Bitcoin 107,346 and 24 cents. Bitcoin dominance 65.23, getting a little bit of a little bounce on here on Bitcoin dominance. Total 3, kind of quiet. Let's go look at total 2. Still following our concept. Let's see if it gets up to 1.17 and rejects from there. David bets I'm still holding my circle bag, even if the internet is talking crap about it. Makes me feel they want to suppress it, right? I haven't gotten any yet. I've been thinking about it frequently, though. I gotta start jumping on my stocks, man. Every stock, I'm like, oh, this looks good. And then it does great. And I don't own any. Every single time, man. All right. Yeah, total 2 looks good. I keep touching total 1. Total crypto market cap. We got kind of a descending channel here. See if we get a breakout. It's very quiet right now, though. I want to see 3.33 break. We're at 3.27 right now. See how far we can go. All right, let's see. All right, yep. Not a whole lot going on. I'm probably going to call it. Go get some grub. As always, Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for watching. Smash the like button on your way out. Happy Monday, and good night.